The Jester 2 is a new independent horror film, and I think fans of indie horror should really check this one out. These types of movies have so much more love go into them than anything the studio system makes. And I'm not anti-studio horror, by the way. I'll just always have an enormous soft spot for indie horror, and The Jester 2 is a really solid indie horror effort. The first film came out in 2023 and was fairly successful on streaming, but it wasn't exactly beloved. I thought it was underappreciated personally, but that's neither here nor there. Regardless if you enjoyed the first film or not, I do think that the sequel is worth checking out. It improves upon the first one immensely, being much better paced, has a better protagonist, a better Jester himself, and an overall, much more fun experience. This film follows Max, who is a young high school girl who's bullied and doesn't fit in. She meets the Jester, and they have a sort of cute bond at first, and then she realizes that the Jester has sinister intentions. And their relationship is really well realized, and this is a feature film debut for actress Caitlin Trentham, who carries the film really well. Michael Sheffield has played the Jester since the original short films came out, and as per usual, he is an excellent Jester. I really like how this sequel, and the first one too, incorporates magic tricks into kills and is super inventive. The cinematography, lighting, and overall look to this movie is much better than it has any right to be. It really gives off that Halloween aesthetic, and from the horror indie standpoint, I think that The Jester 2 is fantastic. Director Colin Krawchuck really course-corrected this series into a great direction, making this sequel much better than the original. And again, I actually quite enjoyed that first film. But it was Krawchuck's feature film debut, and this sequel is pretty handily better, and it's great to see him get into his groove here. I really hope this movie does well because I would love to see a Jester 3. The Jester gets an affectionate 4 out of 5 from me and is a pretty strong recommend for indie horror fans. It's no longer in theaters anymore, but keep an eye out for a streaming release date, which I hope they pump out before Halloween.